Suarez, and here's Felipe Coutinho now with a chance. Felipe Coutinho with a couple of step overs. Cuts inside, still Coutinho. Coutinho now on his preferred right foot, finesses it, and Felipe Coutinho with a sensational effort. That is a typical Coutinho goal as Barcelona lead. Hey guys, how is it going? It is S2G and welcome to the 15th episode of the Barcelona Career Mode series. Today's episode, we have the 4th El Clasico of the season, this time in La Liga away from home at the Santiago Bernabeu. Although Real Madrid aren't directly competing with us for the La Liga title, if we do lose, Atletico Madrid could well be within 3 points of us. So we've got to get the job done against Real Madrid, and it's an El Clasico. Obviously, we want to try and humiliate them, especially at the Santiago Bernabeu. Besides that, in today's episode, we have the Champions League round of 16 second leg against Ajax. We did smash them 5-1, so the second leg should be a bit easier. Let's hope we can, of course, qualify for the quarterfinals. Now, if you guys are enjoying this Barcelona Career Mode series, make sure to show your support by dropping a like on this video. That would be much appreciated. And if you're watching my content for the very first time, do subscribe as there's going to be FIFA 19 content daily on the channel. Massive thanks to OneFootball for sponsoring today's video. If you're a football fan and want to keep up to date with all the relevant football stuff going around the world, it's just the perfect app for you. It's available on both iOS and Android. You can of course select your team, follow your team, get notifications for the team you support. Apart from that, it's got a very clean and user-friendly UI. You can of course read new articles related to football, get your transfer news, check out league tables, stats, fixtures, and practically everything you need to stay up to date with the footballing world. As I personally use this app, I highly recommend you guys trying it out as well. If you guys are interested in the OneFootball app, make sure you use the link in the description below to download the app right now, as it helps my channel. Alright boys, it is time for the press conference. Let's get started. First question, do you plan of selling Longley with his limited game time? Honestly, no. I really like Longley in this game. The fact that PK is aging, he will start going down in his overall pretty soon. In fact, he's already gone down by 1 if I'm not wrong. Means that Longley in the future could have a massive chance of playing in, as a starter for us. And there's no way he's leaving. He's a fantastic centre-back in this game. He's growing in stats as well. He's got decent strength, great jumping and all, perfect for a centre-back. He's also got decent composure for a centre-back, and of course he's quick. And I just really like Longley in this game. Decent defensive stats as well. He's only 23, and yes, he's going to stay at the club. Next question, are you going to simulate the second leg against Ajax? Absolutely not. As I've said multiple times, I'm not going to be simming a single competitive game in this series, at least for the first season. I know you guys don't like me simming games, so I'm not going to be doing that. But I am going to be using a completely different team against Ajax because, well, a 5-1 advantage, there's no way we're bottling that. Which means Riqui Puig and Carlos Aleñá are going to be playing in a Champions League round of 16 game. And I'm really excited to see, all the youngsters to play a part in that game and just see how they do. Super hyped for this game against Ajax, even though we've practically qualified for the next round. Alright guys, next question. Do you think Artur can be the next Xavi? Honestly, I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Yes, Artur was magnificent against Spurs. He put in a brilliant performance, but it's only one game. He has to do that consistently to be even compared with Xavi. But I'm really liking the look of this guy. In real life, he's just superb. Even in this game, he's fantastic. But next Xavi, I think we are getting a bit ahead of ourselves. But I really think he can be an integral part of Barca for years to come if he can keep up with, that kind of performance he gave against Spurs on a regular basis. He's a quality player and a quality talent as well. Player of the episode goes to Felipe Coutinho for the 3 goals he scored in the previous episode. All of them were brilliant ones, especially one of those goals against Ajax where he finessed it from outside the box. Quality player. I'm really liking the look of him as our left winger. 1 man of the match award as well. Helped keep a clean sheet. So there you go. Felipe Coutinho is your player of the episode. Alright guys, this is the team that I've put forward for this El Clasico against Real Madrid away from home at the Santiago Bernabeu, and I've gone with practically my strongest 11. In fact, this is my strongest 11. Messi, Suarez, Coutinho leading the line for us. Pogba, Eriksen and Busquets hopefully will control the midfield. Alba, Umtiti, PK, Kimmich at the back and Ter Stegen in goal. As I've said, against Ajax we're going to rotate, so fitness isn't really a concern for now. This is the team we are going to be playing in this one. Let's hope we can get the win, but first I'm eager to see Real Madrid's team. Oh well, this is the Real Madrid 11. Courtois in goal. Look at that bench though. Isco, Falcao, Benzema, Keylor Navas, not bad at all. Their midfield of Llorente, I don't know why they always start Llorente against me. They've got Modric as well. Asensio, Immobile, Vasquez. Their attack certainly does look a bit weak in my opinion, but Immobile and Asensio are quality players. This is going to be a tough game. Out wide now to Christian Eriksen, who takes a good touch. Cut back inside, but they do clear the ball away. We're playing some good football though. We're keeping hold of the ball well. And here's Paul Pogba, strikes it well, but straight towards Courtois. Sergio Busquets finds Paul Pogba. Luis Suarez may be in behind now. This is a chase for Luis Suarez. He gets there, of course. Luis Suarez, what a chance. Luis Suarez with a fantastic finish. He just had to get into the right position because the ball from Pogba was inch perfect. There was no way a defender was catching up to him. Luis Suarez gets into the right place and thankfully he does manage to put the ball into the back of the net. I honestly thought a defender was going to catch up to Luis Suarez because of how slow he is, but this time Luis Suarez does manage to get the job done. In fact, he does nutmeg Thibaut Courtois there. A very weird nutmeg, but it does work out eventually. Good finish from Luis Suarez, and he scores against Real Madrid to make it 1-0 Barcelona. Lucas Vasquez now to Luka Modric. We've got to be careful of Modric. He puts in a sensational cross. We've got to clear the ball away, and PK does so eventually. Luka Modric is a brilliant footballer. We've got to be really careful when he has the ball. Here's Paul Pogba now on the attack for Barcelona. Pogba does well. Now Leo Messi. Messi takes a fabulous touch. Messi shoots. Why did he side-foot it from there? He's got to be putting his laces through that one. That was just a terrible attempt. Oh no, big chance for Immobile and a fantastic finish from the Italian. That was actually some nice build-up play from Real Madrid between Asensio and Immobile. And the number 34 does smash that one in. It is 1-0 and this is an El Clasico. It was obviously going to be a difficult one. Oh no, here go Real Madrid. They might have another attack here. Cross played in. Come on. That is just awful defending from both Umtiti and Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich just let the cross go in like it was nothing, and then Umtiti was just standing and watching Immobile, and then Immobile, who's actually now scored his third goal against me in this series, had just nothing much to do as he just, just put his head in between and then boom, it's a goal. It's just disappointing defending. Oh, here we go. Felipe Coutinho now on the attack for us. Coutinho crossing this one into Luis Suarez, but oh, what a clearance that was from Sergio Ramos. Look at that. That was awful from one of the Real Madrid defenders, but here's Felipe Coutinho, who just caresses that one into the back of the net. What a finish that was from Felipe Coutinho. I got so frustrated at that challenge from Casemiro, but Luis Suarez pulled through and managed to send Coutinho through on goal, and then the Brazilian with a sensational finish just passed that one into the back of the net to give us the equalizer in this one. Coutinho's having a fantastic game. Let's just hope we can keep this up and, at least get a draw from this. Or maybe win it, who knows? Well guys, there you have it. Full time, 2-2 against Real Madrid. A cracking game of football, to be fair, with action on both ends. And it does end in a 2-2 draw. Julian Lopetegui will probably be happy with the result, but Real Madrid were really good. And it does show we still have a lot of room for improvement. El Clasico this season, apart from the first time we played them, has actually been a really difficult affair. But anyways, I'm glad with the point considering we were 2-1 down late in that game. So a draw away from home isn't really that bad, especially against our eternal rivals Real Madrid. Well, this is interesting. Bas Dost from Atletico Madrid wins the February Player of the Month award. Of course, it's a bit of a text glitch and that is why it's showing March instead of February. But, well, good on him for winning the award. Right now, we've got Champions League action against Ajax where we're going to be fielding a very young and inexperienced team. But this is going to be a big chance for them to showcase their talent. As you guys can see, we are in the advantage in this tie. 5-1. Let's just say we've got ourselves a massive advantage. Before going through, wanted to check out the top scorers of the Champions League. Leo Messi and Suarez now in 3rd and 4th position, 5 goals apiece. We do have Lewandowski and Griezmann at the top with 6 goals apiece indeed. Do we have any other Barcelona players on the list? We have Coutinho in there with 3 goals, which is great. Let's get right into this one against Ajax. Well, this is the team that I'm going for. As you guys can see, loads of fresh faces in a Champions League game. We've got Arthur, we've got Alenia, De Jong playing, Miranda playing as well, De Ligt and Longley, Nelson Semedo. Of course, I've decided to bench Riqui Puig for this. He's on the bench though. I'll probably bring him on at some point for Carlos Alenia. That's the plan because I wanted to give Arthur a game in this one. Also, Weigl is a player I will probably bring on at some point. I've also put the youth academy players that we do have in Ramsey and Pino, who are really good as well. We might give them some game time. That is basically the plan, guys. It's a very inexperienced team, but I don't think we're going to concede 5 goals against Ajax, so it shouldn't really be much of a problem. Let's get right into this one, and I'm hoping these youngsters can shine tonight. Now Arthur, the Brazilian, finds Werner. Werner now into space, finds De Jong, who lets the shot fly, but it's Ousmane Dembele on the rebound. I think he's onside. Yes, he is onside as Dembele gives us the early lead. Now 6-1 on aggregate. It does seem done and dusted this tie if it wasn't before. Great to see even the youngsters perform against Ajax. Oh no, Ajax may have a chance, and what a save from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. I decided to play him instead of Cillessen because Jasper Cillessen was conceding way too many goals for me, so there you go, the decision is paying off. What a right hand though from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Well, let us go ahead and make a few changes. I'm bringing on Riqui Puig for Carlos Alenia. I'll also be bringing on Weigl for Nelson Semedo. I think this is going to be his debut for us, so I'm interested to see what he can offer. And I will also bring on Alejandro Grimaldo for Miranda. So I'm making all 3 of my substitutions right now itself. Oh no, Ajax will have a chance and they will be scoring from this. Again, the amount of times we concede goals like this is just so frustrating, I'll be completely honest. Thankfully, this game doesn't really matter now, unless, of course, Ajax go ahead and score like 4 goals more. Then it will certainly matter, but it's frustrating. I don't know what I'm doing wrong when I concede these goals because there's nothing much I can do. Anyways, it's 1-1. Let's see if we can go ahead and get the winner. Here we go. Ousmane Dembele now with that pace. Almost lets it go outside, but doesn't, as it's Malcolm with a failed bicycle kick. How's he managed to do that? But here's De Jong on the attack. De Jong does well, but he eventually does get tackled there. We will get the throw in, but Malcolm, you've got to be connecting with those because it's that easy to score bicycle kicks this year. Malcolm though now once again. Arthur. Now Timo Werner with a chance to win us the game. That was such a terrible shot, but we got a penalty for that. Well, I will take it, but how was that a penalty? That was not a penalty. I don't know what the ref blowed the whistle for, but, well, we get a chance to win this game potentially. Oh man, that is just not a penalty. I feel bad for Ajax. I genuinely feel bad for Ajax after seeing a replay. Oh, that's just terrible. Well, we've got a chance to score now. I'm giving Ousmane Dembele the chance to score from this penalty. Let's see what happens. What the hell? How's he not scored from there? Although the cross is played in on. Oh, come on. Let's go, guys. Timo Werner with the goal. That's just typical of FIFA. You get an easy chance to score, you miss it, and then with a cross or something, you put the ball into the back of the net. That's exactly what happened there. I couldn't even react because everything just happened so quickly. But anyways, Dembele crossed it in. Werner with the header as we make it 2-1. Just take a look at that again. The Ajax defenders were so slow to react. Dembele's cross was nice. And there you go, Timo Werner puts us into the lead in the Champions League. Now I think 7-2 on aggregate. Crazy scenes. There you have it, guys. Full time. Even with our second team, we've managed to pick up a win against Ajax, which is brilliant. This also means we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Really proud of the youngsters that played in this game because getting a result against Ajax, yes, we were gifted that penalty, but still is a massive thing. And I'm eager to find out who we'll be facing in, of course, the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We may have to wait a while for that because all the round of 16 games aren't done yet, but I'm excited as hell. Well, the draw for the Champions League quarterfinals hasn't been made yet, which means we've got to wait for that to happen. But we've got a game against Rayo Vallecano, who are struggling in La Liga in the 20th position. So this is a game where we should be able to dominate and get the result fairly easily. I'm hoping we can do that because lately against the weaker sides, especially the bottom half sides, we've kind of struggled, you know. Real Valladolid did beat us in the previous episode. I do not want the same thing happening with, of course, Rayo Vallecano. So this one being played at home, let's hope we can get the job done. And I'm also hoping Messi can score a few goals for us in La Liga because I do want him winning the Golden Boot this season. I normally would have wanted to play my youngsters in this one, but the thing is, they're all not fully fit after that game against Ajax, which means our first team gets a run out against the bottom place team in the league. With this kind of a squad, I reckon we should be able to dominate Rayo Vallecano. So let's get right into this one, and hopefully we can score 4 to 5 goals or maybe even more. On his left foot, finesses it. Brilliant attempt from Leo Messi early on in this game, just testing the keeper out. And yeah, the keeper definitely was tested, as he had to make a spectacular save to keep the ball from going in. Messi passes it to Sergio Busquets. Back to Messi. Messi finesses it. Again, the keeper makes the save. This is terrible now. Look at the space our opponents have got. Another cross whipped in. PK doesn't get it away. And Ter Stegen is forced to make a save from the resulting volley. Out wide to Christian Eriksen. He's not the quickest of players, but he puts in a great ball in. And how has Pogba not scored that? He was onside as well. This guy, this Rayo keeper, he's been insane in these early few minutes of this game. That should have been a goal. What a play as well. What a cross from Eriksen. That is so frustrating. I'm switching to false 9 for the remainder of this game because I just haven't been able to get Messi involved. And with Messi not involved, we aren't creating any chances. In this second half, hopefully the false 9 formation could help. I'm also playing Pogba on the right and Eriksen on the left just to, change things around because, I don't know, it just wasn't working for us in the first half. I was expecting us to score like 4 or 5 goals in this game, but it just hasn't been the case. I'm also changing my tactics because I feel like we just haven't been able to put pressure on our opponents. So we're going constant pressure, balanced offensive style, and we're just going to leave the rest of it the same. In fact, I'm going to put players in box. Let's just keep it how it was and just see how things are. Man, I'm so frustrated with myself. I can't even get a result against Rayo. So annoying. Honestly, guys, that was one of the most frustrating games of FIFA I have ever played. I just couldn't create any chances against Rayo Vallecano with my first team. Just imagine how insane that sounds. We've scored, goal after goal against teams like Ajax in the Champions League. We've scored 3 against Madrid in a game. But against Rayo Vallecano, I'm unable to create any chances. Honestly, Leo Messi has been such a disappointment in the last few episodes overall. He was scoring an insane amount of goals for us in January, December and all those months. But lately, he's just not doing much for me. And it's getting frustrating because we are struggling to create chances. And this is where things could go completely wrong for us because going forward, we've got the Champions League quarterfinals, which means we've got to be in top form. We've got to be in our top gear because if we aren't, like in real life, in the last 3 seasons, Barcelona have been knocked out of the quarterfinals. The same thing's going to happen again. We've got to try and get back to top form. Otherwise, things could go really bad for us in this series. A bit of good news, Abdel Wahab Ramzi, one of our youth academy prospects who's got 94 potential but unfortunately 1-star skill moves. He's been loaned out to Hannover 96. It's good because that will help him develop more as a player, so nice to see him being loaned out finally. You can't write this stuff, guys. You genuinely can't. Look at the team we've drawn in the Champions League quarterfinals. Real Madrid. It just had to happen, Barcelona go head-to-head against Real Madrid in El Clasico in the Champions League. It genuinely doesn't get any bigger than this. Remember the last time the El Clasico happened in the Champions League? It was Barcelona-Real Madrid in the semi-finals where Messi scored a wonderful goal. Let's hope something like that can happen again. We've already knocked out Real Madrid once in a knockout competition this season. I'm hoping we can do it again, but it's going to be nuts this tie and I'm so excited for it. Let's check the calendar to see when that game actually is. Well, there is time for that. There is quite a bit of time for that, which is nice to see. In today's episode, gameplay has been really bad, so I don't want to end the episode off playing just 3 games, so we will be playing this one against Real Betis, because why not? Well, it's a big game against Real Betis. We know they're a good team away from home as well. They've got some nice players, and Keke Setien is a great coach as well. Again, I didn't want to end the episode off with a terrible performance, so I do want to be playing this one Atletico Madrid are getting really close to us, so I desperately want 3 points in this game. So this is the team we are using in this one, basically the same as the last game. I'm hoping the boys can perform. In fact, I'm going to make a bit of a change here. Coutinho is going to, be dropped off to the bench, and we're going to play Dembele because he was pretty good in the games that he's played in this episode. So this is the squad we have. Let's get the job done against Real Betis. Now Luis Suarez to Leo Messi. Messi to Eriksen. Back to Messi. Messi with an easy header. That was as easy as it gets for Leo Messi. Eriksen with the assist for that one, and finally we get to see the Leo Messi celebration. It feels like ages since Messi scored, I'll be honest, but a really nice build-up play as well for that goal. Eriksen, again, another assist for him, and Messi just guided that one home. We've got a chance here. Christian Eriksen with the corner. Busquets with the header. Let's go. It's always fantastic to see Sergio Busquets go for Barcelona. I am so glad that we're performing. I was really worried that even though we decided to play the 4th game in this episode, it might just go horribly wrong. But it looks like we've started well, and we are just playing some good football in this game. We are moving the ball around well, and things are just working out. Let's hope we can keep this going, because usually what happens is we take a 2-0 lead, and then we end up conceding. That is the last thing I want. I desperately want a clean sheet in this game now. Oh no, this is not good at all. And there you go, as I was talking about it, we concede a goal. I genuinely don't know how to defend in this game. PK defensively feels like a liability because he cannot keep up with all these fast strikers, and that's costing me in games like this. And look at that again, just a simple through ball. PK can't get across him. Titi was nowhere to be seen, and they score. 30 minutes left, guys. We are still leading, but I feel like we need to have Dembele and Messi in a more like a central position, because they're not really doing much from, those proper winger positions. So let's hope a 4-3-2-1 works for us in this one against Betis. Pogba wins it back. Now Leo Messi. Messi does so well, and Messi with another goal. Let's go. Messi makes it 3-1. As soon as we change the formation, we see the results because Messi positioned him so well, like how we wanted him to with the formation, as Pogba wins the ball back, perfectly finds Messi. Look at the strength from Messi to actually push off the defender. Works out well, and Messi with a fantastic finish to make it 3-1. Oh, this is terrible stuff, and they've scored. I don't know how to defend in this game, guys. I genuinely don't know how to defend. We've got to improve defensively. We're scoring goals, we're creating some nice plays, but defensively, I'm just atrocious. 3-2, and this game is on. Oh, this is awful. We might be conceding now. No freaking way, guys. This is just embarrassing. This is just so frustrating. This episode has literally triggered me, guys. We've won just one game in this episode. I'm genuinely triggered. I am so triggered, guys. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say, guys. I thought of playing the extra game in hopes of getting the win. We played good attacking football, but defensively, I am as clueless as it gets. Busquets seems to be doing nothing defensively. We have PK who can't run. Umtiti is decent, but he makes way too many mistakes as well. We are just off the place defensively. I don't know what's going to happen against Real Madrid in the Champions League if this continues. We've got to find a way to change. Now, in the comment section, this is where I need your help. What should we do to change, guys? Because I am clueless. I am genuinely clueless, guys. We are struggling really bad right now in La Liga. Well, the good thing is we are still top of La Liga with 62 points. Although I've been saying we've been bad in La Liga, we've still got 19 wins out of 28, 5 draws and just 4 losses. But Atletico Madrid are getting really close. And in the next episode, we have a potential title decider against Atletico Madrid. Well, this is ultimate difficulty, guys. Unlike last year, in FIFA 18 in my Barcelona career mode, we pretty much walked the league every season. And it's not going to be the case here in FIFA 19. The game is a lot harder. It is a lot more challenging. Anyways, guys, I do need your help. We've got to sort out stuff defensively. Otherwise, we could end up losing the league. We've got tough games in the Champions League as well coming up soon against Real Madrid. It's going to be a bit intense. But before we end off the episode, time for you guys to vote for your Inform Player of the Episode. Your nominees are Leo Messi, gets nominated after a long time. He's been good in this episode overall. And your second nominee, Ousmane Dembele, who I thought was really nice as well. And yeah, you guys can vote by clicking the I button on the top right of your screen. Now, this is something I wanted to address. A lot of you guys in the comments just take a go at me for getting angry and frustrated at the game. Guys, I'm just passionate about the game. I just express my feelings in the videos, and that's just what I do. I mean, if you don't want to watch my videos because I get a bit angry when I concede or I get too excited when I score, then just don't watch. That's just me. I can't change who I am. I enjoy making videos, I'm passionate about it, and hence I get excited when I score or concede. Oh, it's just how I am, guys. So if you guys get upset because of that, just don't watch the videos. But I do appreciate you guys who've been supporting the channel, watching all the videos and all. And it's just awesome to see the support on this series. Drop a like if you've enjoyed today's episode, although it was a bit of a struggle, I'll be honest. But subscribe if you're watching my content for the very first time. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another one of these Barca Career Mode episodes.